are the New York Knicks. I'm back in the New York groove. Well, it's the Knicks. New York. We are the New York Knicks. New York. For this new season we're about to enter, the Knicks is taking no shorts, just like winter. New York, New York.
New York be about the Knicks, huh?
But the best thing about New York City is
K-N-I-C-K-S.
Everybody say go New York, go New York, go!
Go New York, go New York, go!
Up 2-0 going back to the Garden. What's the mindset?
0-0. Stay desperate all times.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New York Knicks podcast, episode 695, which is also how many questionable calls went in the Spurs' favor in Game 2.
That was Mikal Bridges being interviewed after the game. He was insanely intense in that interview, just about like, I got to play harder, I got to do better. And I love that mindset there. All the Knicks are saying 0-0, got to stay desperate.
Yeah, no, you have to, because you never know what's going to happen. I mean, look at the last 2 years where you have Halliburton go down, you have Tatum go down. You never know. You want to close out the series as quick as possible.
The goal is to win 4 games, not 2. Mm-hmm. The stay desperate mindset is what Woodson, who has done, not Woodson, sorry, Mike Brown has done a magnificent job. I think he really, because we expected a letdown in game 6 against Atlanta, or game 4 against Philly, or game 4 against Cleveland. This team is going all out every goddamn moment because they are all buying into 0-0, stay desperate.
Yeah. And it's the mindset you should have, which is why I had a feeling the Spurs were going to lose game 1, because they're crying after they won the conference finals. The Knicks, nobody even smiled.
Knicks didn't open up champagne. They didn't do anything. They were like, we have 4 more games to games to win.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like
we got work to do.
Room. I love that attitude. I feel like that's giving them the edge a bit.
No, and I totally understand why it's celebrating. The Knicks celebrating after they beat the Celtics last year. Like, it makes sense to celebrate. But it's even, you kind of want to be the team that's like, we don't celebrate till we win the title.
Yeah. Kobe mentality. Mamba mentality.
So, Jay, from 1 to 10, the Knicks are up 2-0.
Yeah.
This is I said this to my son earlier. Mm-hmm. I said, my son is 14-year-old, about to turn 15. I said, I hope you live a long and healthy life. Live to maybe 100 years old. I will tell you this. You really need to take this in. This is and will be the greatest Knicks team of your lifetime.
Yeah. And it might be the only championship he'll see.
He might be the only championship he'll see. I am getting up there in years, and this is the best Knicks team of my lifetime. I didn't see the 70. I'm thinking I'm not old enough to see the 73 team. I haven't had a team win the title since the 86 Mets. I was 7 at the time. I mean, the Rangers, I'm just not a huge hockey fan. I wasn't happy for them, but this is special.
You know what's crazy? We started the show before your son was born. He's about to turn 15.
Yes. My wife was Liz. I don't know if she was pregnant when we first started the show. No, she wasn't.
I don't think so.
We started the show in 10?
Yeah, October of 2010.
Yeah, 2010, probably around the time she got pregnant. I don't know. It's 9 months for a baby. So I want to be super confident. This has been unbelievable. The first win was incredible. The second win, Wemby misses a shot. My emotions, Jay, I did not watch with you. I was losing my mind with excitement. How excited were you when they won game 2?
I was more in shock because, okay, so to rewind a little bit, the Spurs have the ball, and it's a tie score, and you're like, well, the Spurs are going to win, and the game's going to be over, and the Knicks are going to lose. Then the Spurs turn the ball over, and you're like, holy crap.
Well, you forget that. So Brunson had the ball. Just right a little bit more.
Yeah.
Brunson was tied, goes for a shot, takes an off-balance shot, misses. Mm-hmm. Spurs, Wemby gets the ball, and then throws the pass to
Castle.
Stephen Castle's back.
Yes.
Nailed him right in the back. That was pretty good pass. And then fouls Brunson immediately after. That was in shock.
And so I'm like, okay, great. This is great. But then Brunson misses one of the free throws. And I'm like, oh, that's how they're going to lose. They're going to lose by at 1 point now.
Well, I myself, I'm watching a friend of mine, a good friend of mine who's a Celtic fan, diehard Celtic fan, but just super into the NBA, and he was rooting for the Knicks with me. But he's like, "You just want the game to be close." I'm like, "Shut the hell up!" And throughout the game, he's like, when the Knicks were up by 14, he's like, "You guys got this." I'm like, "Shut the hell up! You do not got this." Right. When Brunson missed that shot, I was like, "Game is over." Then they see Wemby throw the ball off Castle's back, and then I realized the foul. I'm like. I just scream out. I'm with a bunch of people. I'm screaming out. I'm like, he's going to shoot free throws. Holy shit. And then he misses the second one. And you think you're toasted, right?
Oh, I thought it was completely over, yeah. And then when Wemby took the shot, I was like, that's 100% going to go in.
Do you know why he missed the shot?
Because he flopped, and the basketball gods are like...
Yes!
You tried to flop on a game-winning final shot. The basketball gods are not having that.
I will take it one step beyond that. Not even the basketball gods. I think you're a young player. You're shooting the ball, and as you're shooting, you're like, he has to know going into that shot he's going to flop, right? He's not deciding to flop when he's coming back down.
Right.
So he's thinking about making the shot and flopping, which I think makes him shoot worse. Yeah.
And it almost went in, and if he used 100% of his concentration, it would have, but he had that 10-20% thinking, I'm going to fall down after this shot, so if the shot doesn't go in, I'm going to get the foul call anyway.
I'm going to get bailed out.
Yeah.
I'm going to get bailed out.
Yep.
I think if he does not go for the goddamn flop, he hits the shot, and we're 1-1. I guarantee if you not go for the flop, I think SGA misses a lot of the flops also, but he's a veteran flopper. He knows how to hit the shots when he's flopping. Wemby's he's a young player. He can't both flop and hit the shot at the same time.
He's a young baby flopper.
Yeah, you're a baby. You're just trying to be a young bitch. You're not trying to be like a veteran OG bitch.
Right. So
hang on. I want to. This guy is supposed to be the goddamn face of the league, an alien, everything. This guy they're putting on like NBA is already anointing him. They're like people are online are already like this. He's gonna be among the all-time greats, and the dude wants to flop. The dude wants to do everything wrong with basketball on the last second shot.
The literal two faces of the league just fall down after every shot.
Every shot, and Wemby doesn't fall down after every shot, but he literally
he does it often though. He does it enough.
He watches SGA and goes, "This is the right way to play.
Yeah,
this is ethical basketball."
Yeah.
I was just like. That flop was so egregious. It also was the reason he made. And there was also someone else chucked the ball up and almost made the shot.
It was Devin Vassell. So when he chucked the ball up, I'm like, well, that's definitely going in.
Yes.
And when that rimmed out, I just stood there in shock because the buzzer went off, and I'm like, did the Knicks really just win?
Right. Did we just? Because I thought we were just gonna have a Halliburton moment right there.
Yeah. 100. Well, we've seen so many of those. Yeah.
Oh my God, this has been. Yeah. So anyway, that was amazing.
So I just stood there I was standing for the whole last 10 minutes, and I just stood there with my mouth open, in absolute shock. It took a couple minutes for it to process that the Knicks were up 2-0.
It really was. I went crazy because I was like, once the second shot went rimmed out, I was like, holy shit, we won! That was pretty goddamn amazing. Do you want to talk more about that game? So
we should.
Yeah, I mean, you want to start game one? Game one, the big storylines in game one, where Brunson gets injured. We're like, basketball gods, we hate you so much.
Yeah.
And then he comes back. He's terrible for 3 quarters.
First quarter, he tweaks his knee, and you're like, the series is over already. Like, we don't even get a full squad for in one whole quarter of a finals game.
Right. We're like, this is. You're like, you saw that. You're like, he's gonna have surgery.
Yeah.
Be done. And this is how.
And he goes. Alvarado, he goes right back to the locker room too. It wasn't like he went to the bench. You're like, fuck. And then he comes out, and the very next quarter he hurts his ankle, and you're like, well, that's it.
Well, when Brunson goes out, I'm like, is Alvarado gonna save us? Is this even possible?
Right. I'm like,
and he actually kept us in the game.
He did. He had a very good game, and I think that's an underrated part of game one. I would not want to play a whole series of that, but he did his job for game one.
And there's certain things about game one. So Josh Hart looked amazing. Only scored 3 points, the best 3-point game in finals history.
Mm-hmm.
16 rebounds or 15?
15 or 16.
15 rebounds,
yeah.
15 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, plays amazing, and the Spurs are like, we got to stop Josh Hart. Josh Hart does nothing in game 2. It doesn't freaking matter. Knicks pull it off anyway.
Game 2, I feel very strongly that the refs tried to rig.
Why do you put the word tried?
Well,
They rigged it.
Well, they rigged it. But,
Unsuccessfully rigged it.
yeah, they rigged it, but the Knicks still won. That makes me think that the Knicks would have won by like 15 if that game was called even close to evenly.
That was so. For those that watched, there were some plays. They're questionable calls. There's one play where Wemby grabs Alvarado by basically the face or the neck and just throws him. No call. But the most egregious part of the game, and there's lots of a lot of contact, a lot of no calls. Everything that happens to Wemby, he goes to the line. But the most egregious part was the Knicks were up by a lot, and Towns got 2 quick fouls that were complete bullshit.
Yeah, 2 phantom fouls. And that's when the game turned. That's exactly when the game turned.
Foul number 4 should get that referee fired.
Yeah.
Because the foul number 4 on Towns could have decided a finals game because he called. There was a little bit of contact. The foul actually could have been on who was covering him. Was that Castle covering him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been on Castle, not Towns. Either way, it's just like the normal jostling that happens. Calling that foul there was absurd.
And if that wasn't bad enough, they called a tech on Mitch, which gave them a free throw. For no reason, he got a tech. And
There's a little bit of pushing. Yeah.
they took that tech away the day after, which means it had to be really egregious for them to actually take it away. But if the Knicks lost by a point, that was the point.
But also, they called that tech, and you're like, fine, you want to stop fighting and whatever. De'Aaron Fox gets in Brunson's face for no reason.
Yeah.
Calls him, starts talking dead, intimidating, pushes another player. No calls whatsoever. What De'Aaron Fox did was 100% an egregious technical.
Yeah.
Call the technical in any other game.
Yeah.
That was totally fine. And yeah, that could have been the game.
So I'm a little concerned that the calls are this egregious.
The assignment for Game 3 is to make sure the series goes longer.
I know, that's what I'm worried about. I feel like if it's called even closely evenly, the Knicks win like they've been winning every playoff game. I think the Knicks are that much better.
Okay, there's 2 things I want to mention. First, there's a quote from Hart I also loved. I don't know where I'm going to fit it in, so I'm just going to fit it in now. Hart goes to Mitch. He goes, "You get regular rebounds. I get rebounds that break teams."
Nice.
Which I thought was just an amazing quote.
Yeah.
Because he really does. But here's what I want to mention. Okay, so the Knicks are up 2-0.
Yeah.
They won the first 2 games on the road. No team in finals history has won the first 2 games on the road and not won the title. Mm-hmm. Everything's in the Knicks' favor. I think they said through the first 15 or 16 games, no team has come close to this plus minus.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last time the Knicks were up 2-0 in a very important series like this? Not the last time, but do you remember? I'm trying to think of where it didn't work out. Do you remember the last time the Knicks were 2-0? I don't know if this is actually the last time, but I think this might have been the last time.
No.
2-0 in a major playoff series, and they lost the series. These were home games, not road games.
Was that the no, that wasn't the J.R. Smith one, was it?
No, they won that series. I'm talking about losing the series. In the 1993, I'm going back far, but the Eastern Conference Finals, the Knicks were up 2-0 on the Chicago Bulls. And we were like, the Knicks are going to beat Jordan. They lost the next 4 games. And
Why are you doing this?
Well, I'm doing this because I'm not that... Cause I'm worried. I'm like, the Knicks... I hope Mike Brown is doing this. Telling his team, listen, up 2-0, who gives a shit? He should show videos. He should go hey, this happened to another great Knicks team. They were up 2-0, and they lost the series.
Right.
You can lose the series. You have to be desperate. You have to play hard to the other team. So
not only that, they have to play with a disadvantage because I have no faith that the game's going to be called fairly.
You have to beat the Spurs and the refs. You don't remember that series? I feel like that series just stuck in my mind as a series that the Knicks should have won.
I do because I forgot that they were up 2-0, but I remember thinking wow, this Jordan's going to get dethroned. Yeah,
we're going to beat the Bulls, and not so much. And so the Knicks have done amazing. It seems ridiculous the team that won 13 in a row is going to lose the next 4 or 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
But shit can happen. We lose Monday night, they're right back into it.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
how confident are you going into Game 3?
I can't believe, like, I'm a 6.5, and I should be like an 8 or a 9, but I'm just not.
I'll tell you, I'm going to hit 6.5 during the parade. I am probably now, I think I said last show, before the season series started, I was a 4.
Yeah.
I'm up to 5.
Okay.
It is hard to be like, I've been a Knicks fan too long to be super confident.
I was actually like a 7.5 before game 2. And then I just saw what the refs did, and I'm like, the whole series is going to be like this. I have to, like, now I'm nervous.
Okay, why don't we talk a little bit? You want to go player by player? How about this? Like, just talk about what's instead of everyone's seen the games. So let's talk a little bit about player by player. Let's start with the why don't we start with the future Finals MVP?
Towns?
Who's that guy? Towns.
Yeah.
Towns is the future Finals MVP. I don't know what's going to happen. I love Brunson. If I'm voting right now, Towns gets the Finals MVP, which is crazy because, Jay, when's the last time you said you would undo the trade?
It was a couple months ago. It was near the end of the regular season.
Both of us have been very seesawing on this trade.
Did we even say it after the loss to Atlanta? We might have even said
We might have. I don't know if we recorded. I think maybe before the series. We probably said it to each other after the loss to Atlanta, but we didn't record during the series.
Right.
And once Towns started playing well, we kind of didn't say it. But we love Dante. We love we liked Randall.
We were wrong about the trade. That's fine.
We were wrong about a lot of things, but holy shit, Towns has been.
Well, it's not that so much on offense. Like,
No.
First of all, running point through him has been a revelation, and that has opened up the entire team. So you got to give credit for that. But he has been an insane defender. Like,
It's everyone said like Jimmy Butler called him soft as a
whatever.
toilet. Whatever. Towns with the big thing was like you cannot win with Towns at center because he's soft. He is outplaying Wemby on both ends of the floor.
Wemby will not go below the free throw line when Towns is out on the court.
When Towns got his 4th foul, Towns left the game, and that's when the Spurs went on a 14-point run because Mitch, God help Mitch is awesome, but he can't stop Wemby. Wemby cannot deal with Towns. And Towns, by the way, how amazed were you in Game 1 when Towns just kept taking Wemby off the dribble?
It was awesome. Apparently, Wemby's blow-by rate this series has been 62%.
Did he do that in the regular season? Is he this easy to get by?
For context, I think Harden's blow-by rate was 59%.
I mean, there's not that many plays where someone takes him off the dribble, but holy shit, Towns fucking owns Wemby off the dribble.
Well, the part of the reason is that Towns is really strong, and Wemby is a twig. So when Towns gets a half a step on him, he sticks his arm out, and he could just strong arm him and keep him a half a step behind him the whole time.
I saw a great TikTok. They had a thing where it was like when I realized Cat wasn't Chet, and in the first couple plays they showed Wemby just destroying Chet.
Mm-hmm.
They switch over to Cat just bodying Wemby.
Yeah, I saw somebody online saying, why couldn't Chet do that? And I'm like, have you seen Chet? Chet would have to put on like 50 pounds of muscle to do that.
Yeah, like just look at physically. Like Towns is a much larger human being than Chet.
Yeah.
So Towns has been stellar on offense, stellar on defense. Remember a few years ago when Towns was on Minnesota and he kind of did a great job against Jokic in the final, or Jokic in the playoffs, and then conference. Yeah, and he actually did a pretty good job against Durant. He's a solid one-on-one defender.
Yeah. There was a play near the end of game 2 where he just drove really hard and kind of just bullied the hell out of Castle and scored, and it was awesome. But I was like, he's going to get an offensive foul there, just the way the game was being called. But I'm glad that was the one play they didn't call a foul on him.
But Towns has been playing awesome. Not many dumb fouls. Just He's really been containing Wemby. Wemby is putting up a lot of shots that just don't look like shots. Like, they're not high percentage shots from Wemby. And if Wemby wants to hit his threes, good. You can hit 7 threes against us, you get the win.
That's what I was saying to my wife the other night. He hit a three. I'm like, this is fine. Let him stand 30 feet out and jack up threes. He's not that good of a 3-point shooter. He's going to start missing those. I'd rather that than him running in and dunking it.
And also, if you're going to have, like, fine, Towns can hit 7 threes also. Towns is a problem, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. The other guy that might win Finals MVP, Brunson. What do you think about Brunson, who's been terrible on offense? He
had the 2 worst field goal percentage games I think I've seen in his career, back to back. On the other hand, he's allowed to get absolutely mauled on every trip down the court, and they're just not calling it. And they know they're not calling it, so they're being even more aggressive with it. I mean, there was a play in game 1 where Bryant was just like leaning his whole body weight on Brunson, and they didn't call anything, and then they called the opposite on the other end of the court. It's like
they call ridiculous things. That Bryant, that was the rookie, right?
Yeah.
He was in the game for 4 minutes, and Brunson just smoked him, though.
He was, but he was being very handsy on. He should have got called for a foul or two.
Well, he was told to go in there and just beat up Brunson. That was basically like, you're the enforcer, and it just didn't work out for the Spurs.
Yeah, but it's working out for like Castle and Champagne or like.
Yeah, they really are. Like, the way they're hitting Brunson, like Brunson's the flopper. You're like, you're hitting him. This is illegal. You're not allowed to just hit a guy continually and lean on them.
Apparently, you are in this series.
What was the deal? So the NBA in the 90s had hand checking.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we're getting rid of hand checking. But you're allowed to body a guy throughout up the court?
Apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. At the same time, Brunson's missing a lot of shots. But come fourth quarter, he's been pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game 1, he was awesome in the fourth quarter. And game 2, he hit some big shots in the fourth quarter also. He is... Mariano Rivera has nothing on him. There's no greater closer in New York sports history than Brunson.
What do you think of the full court defense that the Spurs have been doing? Like, it seems effective, and it was giving the Knicks trouble, but I don't think you could sustain that for an entire game.
This has been done against Brunson in the playoffs for a long time. Like, the Pistons were in round 1 last year. They kept like just mauling Brunson on the way up the court also. The refs just don't seem to call this. Brown has to have an answer to this also. He's got to mix up, like, he's got to keep harping. He's got to set some picks. He's got to mix it up a little bit to get Brunson up the court, or have someone else take the ball up with him.
Yeah, they got to get the ball up quicker, because he's like just making it over with 16 seconds left.
The problem is, so Hart can he's got a decent enough handle to get up the court. Shamet does not have the handle to get up the court.
No.
When they pressure him, Alvarado has the handle, but you don't know if you want to play Alvarado and Brunson together.
Mm. You do a little McBride.
McBride, I don't think McBride has the handle. McBride, when he gets pressured, I feel like he's more prone to turn the ball over with his tight defense. I don't want McBride running point in this series anymore.
Right.
I think if Brunson's off the floor, you have to have Alvarado out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like, generally though, like, is Hart going to have a game where he scores 10 points?
Yeah.
It's got to be coming, right?
I think there's been a lot of backlash from game 2, the way it was handled. And I don't expect an evenly called game, but I think if it's even in the realm of even, the Knicks just go on one of their crazy runs and they win by 15, 20 points. So this might be the game.
Yeah, I mean, when something like this happens also, you send all the things to the league, all the video, and you're like, what the hell? And the league, like, sometimes, like, balances things out a bit.
They usually balance it for, like, one game, and then they revert back to their bullshit. So
the craziest part about it is that, so the Knicks shot 21 free throws, and the Spurs shot 27 free throws. Does that sound egregious, like that difference?
No, but I know where you're going with this.
So 6 of the free throws are just purposeful hack-a-mitch.
There you go. Yep.
So there you're down to 15.
Yeah.
Then 3 of the free throws are a foul on OG, where the Knicks had to use a challenge to get the egregious foul called. So really, the refs called 12 free throws for the Knicks. All the other ones their hand was forced either by Hack-a Mitch or the Knicks having to call a review where because the refs saw the replay, they're like, well, this is embarrassing not to call.
That was called with 3 minutes left in the fourth, and that was the first free throws of the second half.
Second. No, the OG with the OG 3-point. I thought the OG replay happened. Was that in the second half?
That was 3 minutes left 3 minutes left in the game.
Yes.
And that was the first free throws in the whole second half. Credit to Mike Brown for not challenging any of the other bullshit that happened all game, because that challenge arguably saved the game.
Right. That was the one that got kept because the Knicks were getting the onslaught was brutal, and then everything was you needed those points from OG so badly.
And credit to OG for hitting those.
And in real time, also, you saw the play. You saw because the ball gets knocked, and then OG kind of hits it again, almost like a volleyball move. Mm-hmm. And you're like, "What the hell just happened there?" And we're challenging that. How is that? And you watch it in the replay. You're like, "Oh, that was how did the refs not see that? Why do we even need a challenge for that?"
Yeah.
That was really ridiculous. But again, so 12 of 12 free throws the Knicks award the refs awarded us basically.
The Spurs have the biggest free throw disparity in the playoffs in NBA history.
In NBA history?
Yeah, worse than 2000 Shaq teams.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Is it worse than, I don't know what the disparity was, but I'm assuming the 06 Heat. With
worse than 06 Heat, worse than the 01 Lakers when they rigged it against the Kings. The worst disparity in NBA history.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's just goddamn.
And considering the way they play defense, that makes it even more ridiculous.
Right. I mean, I didn't want to play OKC because I was like, it's going to be a bunch of bullshit. Spurs, I think they're a very talented team, but there's been a lot of bullshit that's been allowed.
Yeah, and the thing is, other than Wemby, Castle does it a little bit, but they're not as egregious with the flopping and stuff. It's more the ref stuff, which is what I was worried about with OKC.
They're a very good team. The Wemby stuff is just really interesting because you watch guys dribble into the paint and out of the paint because they know Wemby is just whatever he's doing on offense. And he was really good offensively first game, better second game, but his defense is ridiculous. And so guys are just dribbling around trying to avoid it. It's so funny to see a guy dribble to the paint and then dribble out, but the Knicks are adapting so well to this.
Yeah, it happened so many times throughout the game where plays where the Knicks would just straight up drive it. They can't because the guy's 9 feet tall.
I'm sure if everyone stays healthy, the Spurs will be back. I mean, Castle looks like a future All-Star. Harper is super tough. I mean, they should be playing Harper more. He's been getting some really tough baskets. De'Aaron Fox is going to be overpaid, but whatever. Champagne, they have a really, really good team that the Knicks are going to annihilate. Okay, just going through more players, maybe a little faster with this. Okay, OG. What's your favorite? I want you to say this. So, what's your favorite OG moment of the series? There's only one moment you could. There's only one correct answer, Jay.
It's not hitting those 3 free throws in the last game.
That was awesome, but that wasn't the best moment.
The dunk on
Wemby.
Yeah.
He bodied Wemby and just dunked on him.
Yeah.
Just went around Wemby and dunked him. That was goddamn awesome.
Yeah.
He's played a great series.
OG's been underrated this series. He was arguably the MVP for maybe the first 2 rounds.
His defense is great. Yeah. Until he got injured, he was playing unbelievable. He's come back to earth a little bit on offense, but he's hit some big threes. He's been really great. Bridges, do you want to do you want to say it with me? Say fuck them picks together.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks.
Fuck them picks. Yeah. He's been awesome. The other team has not been able to score. Whoever Bridges is defending, they're just not scoring. The
stats on guys that are being defended by Bridges, I don't have the exact numbers here, but it's ridiculous how poorly they're shooting.
Yeah, it's Bridges. 20%. It's crazy.
Bridges, the wing stop between OG, Leon Rose's plan to have wing stop has worked out phenomenally. To have 2 wings of this level of defense has been ridiculous. And Bridges hit a bunch of really big shots.
Yeah.
He wasn't that good in game 1, but he was awesome in game 2. Landry,
I mean, He was a little off for a bit in game 2, but every time he shoots, I think it's going in.
I mean, it was 3 for 7 in game 2, so he was off by shooting 42% from 3.
I know.
So it's not even right. Every time he shoots, you think it's going in.
I mean, in my defense, he shot 95% in the prior series. So
he is. It is. So it really, like, Josh Hart's awesome, but the fact that you could lose Josh Hart played 18 minutes in the second game because of foul troubles. Part of, like, the whole, like, bullshit fouls.
yeah.
Hart had the flagrant foul was totally legitimate. That was you can't trip a guy like that.
He did grab the ankle. Yeah.
He grabbed the ankle. That was ridiculous. That was just stupid by him. But the fact that you could sub him out and the team doesn't get any worse because Landry Shamet has been playing stellar defense and adds an element of 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
The
McBride's been solid. He's been solid.
That 3 he hit off the backboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was kind of a terrible shot that somehow went in. Right. Kind of also saved game 2.
Yeah, he's been. When on our website, we've been for a while. We did player rankings, Knicks roster player rankings. I would have a hard time for the opposite reason as when we used to do it back in the day, where everybody sucked. Now it's like everybody's playing at an A level. I would have a hard time ranking everybody.
It's challenging to rank everyone for how well they're playing, and even the bench. Mitch has been okay, not amazing. I would say the issue with Mitch is probably he had surgery. He probably wasn't running every day. He looks a little bit off.
He does look a little bit off. He's been you're right. He's been okay. He's been like a C.
Yeah, he's had a couple of dunks. He has whatever reason I thought he'd be better on defense against Wemby. He's been okay. He's been like everyone else against Wemby, basically. Everyone not named Towns against Wemby.
I thought he was going to be like the way Towns is being, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just could be the hand thing throwing him off. Like him playing, it's not like a guy playing injured where you're like he's actually hurting the team by playing. He's playing solid minutes. If you keep Mitch between 15 and 20 minutes, I think it's more good than bad. Mm-hmm. And he went in game 2 with a broken hand. He went 3 from 6 for the free throw line. So his broken hand does not make his free throw shooting any worse.
I like how every time he takes a free throw, the announcers are like, he works so hard at it. I'm like, well, he hasn't worked on putting an arc on the shot.
You're like, I don't know. I'm watching him shoot free throws. How hard is he actually working?
Yeah.
He works hard on everything else, but
he hasn't noticed that nobody else shoots it straight at the rim.
I wish someone had said that. Maybe because he broke his hand, he would try underhanded, but I guess not.
I would sit him in a chair, and I would do like Clockwork Orange, tie him to the chair, make sure his eyes are pried open, and just show him Dirk free throws, the high arc, the super high arc, for like 8 straight hours.
You're like, Mitch, you need an arc. You got to throw. You got to have got to be a curve to it. I got it. So I'm going to do a missile. No. You don't want to shoot a missile. You want to do an arc. Okay, laser? Don't throw it like a laser.
They're drawing like curves.
Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. You want it like a parabola. You ever remember what a parabola was? Okay, straight line? Not a straight line!
Who else we got? Hart.
Kind of I thought we kind of covered Hart earlier.
Yeah.
Hart's been awesome, but in game 2 he didn't do that much actually. Like why can't Hart not even come close to hitting a 3? He was hitting threes in the Cleveland series. He hit some threes. How did he forget how to shoot threes? Is the time off or
in a 82 game sample he shot 42%?
Is that what he shot this year?
I think so. It's 41 or 42. And
has he hit I don't think he's hit a 3 in the finals yet.
It's been slightly.
He was 0 for 5. Which is not a huge sample size either, but his 3-point shots have looked really off. Like if I shot the ball from my driveway, it would have the exact same amount of chances of going in as he's doing it from the court.
He's been awesome on the boards. He's been great distributing. He's done a lot of really great things, but he's hesitant. He's in his own head. He shot 31%, by the way, 41% for the season.
if you were the Spurs and I just told you these stats, I'm like, it's 2 games in the series. I'm not gonna tell you who's winning, but I told you, okay, for game 1 and 2, Josh Hart scored 3 and 0 points. You're like, oh, we're up 2-0. Okay, let me tell you more. Brunson is shooting 36% over the 2 games. Holy shit, we're gonna win the title. What else you got? The main guy covering Wemby is Towns. Oh my god, this must be like the greatest games ever.
Right.
What else you got? Well, Mitchell Robinson's playing with a broken hand. Jesus, this is like, I hope the Knicks aren't like embarrassing themselves.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what happened to Hart. He shot 41% for the season, and in the playoffs, he's shooting 28% from 3.
Yeah. Would you say, I mean, for the Spurs, so the Spurs are obviously going to try to win the series, and they're coming into MSG, which is, by the way, if the Knicks lose game 3, can we all just blame Donald Trump?
I mean, Mitch is a Trump fan, and he said he's going to go nuts in game 3. So maybe we'll get a boost. Maybe he'll completely shut down Wemby.
Well, I'm assuming, so Trump has to be watching from the box. He's not going to be... In game 1, a fan ran onto the court. I'm assuming Trump is not safe sitting courtside. Not that he wants to do anything, but like people have tried to take him out before. You have to think the Secret Service is like you have to watch from a box with behind bulletproof glass. You assume that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So he's going to be kind of removed from the action, so maybe it won't be a huge distraction. I went to the U.S. Open final. Trump was at the final. It wasn't. He was all the way up very high. It wasn't that big of a distraction, really.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be a distraction. The funny thing is they interviewed, I think it was OG, and they're like, "What's your game strategy now that Trump's going to be at the game?" And he just like, "What? First of all, what kind of question is that?" He's like, "We're going to do our normal game plan because he's not." He said because he's not playing.
Yeah, he's not playing. I don't think they're going to put him in the game, so we're good. I think he's going to be a decoy on offense.
What a stupid question.
Stupid question. So I have to think. So things I'm worried about for the Spurs, like Wemby has been like a little bit up and down. If game 3 he doesn't even play normal, he just plays like his regular self, not even very good. They're guaranteed to win, right?
That's he doing.
What kind of asinine quote from him?
I know.
I learned from game 1 when we lost by 10 points. I don't even have to play well. I have to just play regular good, and not even that good. I have to be like okay mediocre. Will win the game. You sure about that, Wemby? You sure about that?
I was thinking about the rest of the roster we didn't cover. I forgot Clarkson was even on the team.
Did he play it all in game 2 or game? Did he play in game 1? Did he have any moments? He was on the court. He was on important court in game 1 a little bit, right?
Yes.
When Brunson was out, basically.
Yeah. I don't think
Clarkson,
he played in game 2.
No, he didn't play games. I mean, you can't play so many players unless that guy's injured. The Knicks, Clarkson's a good, like, if the bench isn't working, then you bring Clarkson. If Shamit's not playing well, you bring Clarkson. The Knicks are. It's crazy that when the Knicks did the in-season tournament, the star of the game for the Knicks really was Tyler Kolek. After the game, Brunson said, "I am grateful for Tyler Kolek." Tyler Kolek is only playing if the Knicks are up by 40 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Yep.
It's really crazy. Okay, if you're the Spurs, how do you beat the Knicks? What are you gonna do here? Besides playing your regular, not even good basketball.
I mean, I feel like they're doing their job on Brunson.
Yes, they're doing Brunson. You have to assume Brunson's going to shoot better because he's a great player. But you are doing an excellent job. Keep attacking Brunson. What else do you do?
I think you got to figure out what to do about Towns. I don't know if having Wemby on him is the answer.
But then who guards Towns? Because let's say you put
Champagnie
on him. Towns can take Champagne to the basket every time.
I don't know if they really have an answer for Towns, to be honest.
Right. I guess sometimes in the series you're like, the Knicks are like, what are you going to do about Wemby by the basket? Just not shoot when he's there? And like, what are you going to do about Towns? Hope the Knicks don't go to that play every time. I don't know.
I mean, maybe you let Towns have his and try and shut everybody else down. You do like that was the strategy Detroit did with when they played the Lakers in the finals against Shaq. They're just like, let Shaq get 40 points and just try and shut Kobe down, I guess.
Right. There was a strategy where they said they were doing during their 14-point run where they had Wemby kind of like he was like it was kind of a zone coverage for him where you got the guy in the corner and you got the guy and you got the under the basket, and somehow that worked a little while. Some kind of zone coverage thing with Wemby where everyone else plays more man.
Right.
I just think the problem is if the Knicks hit 3-point shots, if Wemby is going to be always playing towards the basket, you're always going to be able to find a guy open if you play 5 out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. There's some weird. I mean, when you have no answer for a player, it's. I think the strategy is to just do what you can with everybody else.
I have to say, I didn't watch a lot of Spurs basketball in the season. I catch them here or there, and I probably didn't pay as close. I was mostly kind of interested in watching Wemby, Castle, and whatever. So I don't get it. So I'm a little confused by this. Was it kind of like a big joke, like a kind of a prank that they gave the Sixth Man of the Year to Keldon Johnson?
Oh my God, he's been almost unplayable.
If he was on the Knicks, he'd be the 10th guy on the rotation.
Every time Johnson's in, I'm like, yes. Run time.
This guy was the Sixth Man of the Year. Is that word a joke? There was the Knicks. Every guy on the Knicks bench is outplaying Keldon Johnson.
Everybody on the Spurs bench is outplaying Keldon Johnson.
Holy shit! Carter Bryant was in for 3 minutes. He looked better than Keldon. What the hell is wrong with Keldon Johnson?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad matchup for him. I don't know.
So if the Spurs are going to win, they need Champagny to kind of hit a lot of threes. They need Devin Vassell to really show up also. Those are the two guys I feel like have to show up from 3 to really make it. Because if those guys show up from 3, you have Castle, you have Harper attacking, Wemby going more inside. I mean, obviously the Spurs could win games here because they played that game was really tight just now. I guess my recipe for the Spurs would be Wemby attacking the basket more, and your guys and Champagny and Vassell hitting more threes, I guess. And tell Castle and everyone and De'Aaron Fox you're not three. Well, De'Aaron Fox hit them threes, but these guys aren't 3-point shooters.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I would say the key for them is to have Wemby go inside, but his frame I don't think can take a Towns beating. I think that's why he's not going in that much. With his frame, he's not able to handle Towns over and over and over again.
I'm fine. Let's see how that goes.
I'm fine with him playing 15 feet out on offense.
Oh, there's one thing I liked from Mitch was doing with Brunson with Wemby. There was one play I saw, maybe 2 plays in the first game where Mitch would Brunson would have the ball, and Mitch would set up early to basically box Wemby out, which you can do if you're right by the basket, and then Brunson was able to go right by him and score because basically Wemby was boxed out of the play.
Right.
Which I thought was a pretty good. Wemby's got to put on some size.
Yeah, with Wemby's frame, Mitch and Towns and OG can just kind of box him out and not let it
Wemby, the Spurs need to trade for Giannis, and I'll tell you why. You want to know why?
Why?
Because if you look at Giannis season 1 and now, Wemby needs Giannis's trainer. He needs access to whatever Giannis's trainer was doing with Wemby, because that's the transformation he's got. He's got to get bulkier the way Giannis did.
It looks like a completely different person. If you haven't seen Giannis in his rookie year,
it's really, really different.
Almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, it's almost like seeing like Carrot Top when he was just funny, and then Carrot Top when he started using steroids. That's the difference.
Or Carrot Top after steroids and plastic surgery.
Yes, that's it. Okay, so if you're the Knicks, what's the key to winning? Are we going to sweep, Jay? I don't want to. We're not going to sweep. I know we're not going to sweep. That's not going to really happen.
I hope we do. I really do, because this is so stressful, and I don't know if I could handle another 2 weeks of this. I know the sweep's not happening. I know this that's going to be that's beyond. Yeah. They'll probably the goal here really is to win one of the next 2 games. Yeah. Ideally, Monday night you go up 3-0, and then you can win from there. But holy shit, this is incredible. This is I'm like, will the Knicks win too fast where I have to kind of figure out the logistics of the parade too early? I can't believe this is happening.
This is mind. But okay, if the Knicks, what's the Knicks' key basically to beating the Spurs?
I think the keys.
Game 3.
I think the keys are figuring out the full court press a little better.
Yes. Someone else has to really help Brunson go and gain the ball off the court.
Yeah, because then like you're just losing a 30 shot clock before you even get past half court. Yeah.
And it's super tiring for Brunson to do that. You don't need Brunson that tired.
I think you try and get Wemby in foul trouble. When Wemby sits, this team is really like Luke Cornett's such a downgrade over Wemby that it's almost comical. So figure it out, keep going at him. Maybe you say we're going to get blocked a few times, but maybe we'll get a couple fouls in, and then he has to sit.
So my plan is to get Alvarado out there. Alvarado always tries to box out Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
By the 7th time that Wemby takes Alvarado by the neck and throws him, they'll call one foul.
Right.
I also would say Hart hitting a 3.
I meant to say this earlier. Hart needs to be more aggressive. I know he's not shooting well, but there was 3 or 4 times last game where he was wide open and he just was looking to pass it. Just shoot the ball. Shoot the ball.
You know, I didn't think it was that bad, but maybe you're right on that. I feel like the problem with Hart is that he's super aggressive on offense going to the rim, and he kind of knows that's not happening with Wemby out there.
Yeah.
So maybe make sure Hart's out there in the non-Wemby minutes.
Right.
What was Wemby's plus? You know what? What was his plus minus in these 2 games? Like how? So I guess plus minus in the 1-point game he was a -8 in 36 minutes.
And he was only a +6 in game 2.
Wait, no, he was in game 1. Wemby was a -3. I was looking at the wrong guy. Oh yeah, he was +6 in game 2. You're right. In 40 minutes, I was looking at Champagny. Yeah, Cornet is a really, really big downgrade.
Yeah.
You really have to dominate the Cornet minutes.
He was a -7 in 8 minutes.
And he was a -7 in 10 minutes the game before.
Yeah.
Cornet, I gotta say, it's nice when an ex-Nick can really deliver.
He's still helping. Once a Nick, always a Nick.
Once a Nick, always a Nick. I give him, if the Knicks win the series, I go like, Cornet, you get a ring. And he's like, but I wasn't on your team. You kind of were.
Yeah. Hell, maybe we'll give one to Keldon Johnson. Keldon Johnson.
The Knicks just troll the other team by giving rings to guys. The Aaron Fox was terrible in game 1, but much better in game 2.
Yeah.
I guess the keys really are you need OG and Mikal Bridges to hit some shots, keep playing their stellar defense. It really is. Hart hits 1 or 2 threes, and Brunson just shoots. If Brunson plays normal Brunson, they're just winning these games.
Yeah.
I gotta think he's gonna play a normal, and if Towns just keeps playing the way he. Jay, is this really happening?
It's really happening. Now, I have to work in Baltimore 1 week out of the year, and it happens to be this week. So if the Knicks do win games 3 and 4, we're not going to be able to record till Saturday. So
we
sorry.
We will record an episode after the finals. If it ends in 4, it's not going to end in 4. But if it does, we will record after that. If not, I'm sure we will record Saturday morning or maybe after Game 5. We will record.
Yeah. I'm just.
It also is.
If people are asking why are the Knicks up 3-0 and there's no New York Knicks podcast, that's because I'm in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean it's also we ended the show at some point. It just got tricky with our schedules, and the Knicks are in the finals, and Jay's like, "Oh, Knicks just won Game 2. Mark, can you record?" I'm like, "I'm at my college reunion. How about we record when I get back?" You're like, "I'm going on a work trip." I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?"
I know. This is why we took a long hiatus, because I don't know, our schedules are completely opposite lately.
Jay's like, "Can you record?" Okay, when you get back on Sunday, I'm like, "I'm coaching flag football. Can you record after flag football?"
Yeah.
This is flat out the best Knicks team I've ever seen.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
There's the '90s teams are not the '90s teams were great, but this is
like the
level.
'90s teams were great, but for the most part, it was just Ewing. I think people underrate Ewing because he didn't win championships. But if you look what they did with what they had, I mean, they were a contender every year, and Starks was like the second best guy on the team.
Well, you could say Oakley was the second best, but Starks is the second best offensive player. So
I'm just saying Starks and Oakley should not be your second and third best player. They should be like your fifth and sixth best players.
We got this guy Anthony Mason, who may be our fourth best player. They've had a bunch of play. It was a fun team, but people always are like, '90s basketball was better, and these teams are soft today. If they went back to the '90s, the '90s team would beat the crap out of them. Take your best '90s Knicks team against this team. This team's winning. This team is going to be. They're not soft. They are super tough. They are better on offense. They might be better on defense. They are just electric.
I think they're better on defense.
And I need to be. The tickets are just insane for Game 3 and 4. I wish. I'm like, hey wife, do you want to take out a second mortgage so we can go to the finals?
It's like, we supported this team when Lou Amundsen was starting, and now we can't afford tickets for the playoffs. We did a weekly podcast during a 17-win season, and we can't go watch the championship.
I am insane about this. I was willing to pay to go to last round. This round is just next level in terms of expensive.
I know.
But,
I know.
The watch party thing is awesome. I'm going to try to go to the watch. If there's a Game 5, which I both hope there isn't, but I have to be there if there is. And people the watch party tickets are $10, the ones for watching in MSG, and people are reselling them for $100, and I'm like, okay, maybe I would do that. I gotta be in New York City for this.
Yeah.
Because to be outside the Garden after the Knicks win the title would be phenomenal.
Well, if there's a Game 5, I'll be at Stout a block away, so I'll run out and meet you at MSG.
I'll find me. I will find. And my son has been super into it. He's like, I was at reunion. I texted him after. I'm like, he watched at friend's house. So I was like, oh my god, they won. He's like, it's the greatest game I've ever saw in my life.
Nice. All right, so thanks for listening, everybody. We're NY Knicks Podcast at every single social media site, and the New York Knicks Podcast at gmail.com. So, we'll be back Saturday or Sunday of next week, no matter what happens, hopefully to talk about a sweep.
James Dolan, you're an amazing owner. Can you get us tickets? Come on, just get us into the game.
Seriously.
Jay, if James Dolan calls and he's like, I have tickets for you and Mark, not the best tickets, but they're tickets for Game 4. Are you coming back from Baltimore to go with me to the game?
Hell yeah, I am.
Hell yeah. Your boss is like, but we have like an event tonight. There will be other jobs. Go fuck yourself. I'm going back to New York.
Right.
And then Jay, they're like, you told me to go fuck. That was not me. I talked to my doctor. I was on a prescription. I don't know what you're talking.
I'll just pull a George from Seinfeld. I'll just show up the next day. I don't know.
Yeah. That was a joke. You're like, there was a hidden camera.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.